What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. And today I have to tell you, league racing is back. Yes, we are racing back in PSGL. It is the 32nd season of PSGL. For me it's the second. But anyways, so we are racing in Australia. We've done 2 hours of time trial practice right before this race. So yeah, we were not warmed up as much. But we were using the time trial setup with a few tweaks. I think you can actually rewatch it on my stream. I didn't hide it at all. And it was a tricky race, but it was still fun. And we had lots of enjoyable racing moments. So let's not further talk and get right into the action. I will see you later in the recap. Enjoy the video. Welcome everyone to the onboard commentary. I know there's a German screaming in the background. I'm sorry for that, but you know that I'm streaming in German. And so these highlights, they will also have some German in it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be in my streams, because if I see your message, I will also reply in English. And the thing is, I didn't practice a single bit of wet. So this was not great. I was happy that I was drying up later. Our lap was not that bad, aside from Sector 3. We were actually purple, I think, in Sector 1. And would have been provisional pole, at least in the inter conditions. But you can see we're checking the delta. And we are seeing, oh my god, the wet tires are getting faster again. And I was like, what? This makes no sense, because it's not raining anymore. How is it getting faster? Like, that never happened before, so I was like, okay, I need to go out. Maybe there's a glitch or something, or I don't know. In the end, it seemed like there's nothing like that. Like there's no glitch or anything else. It's just that the game, I don't know, apparently is broke. Because everyone that went later on the track and ignored this still improved. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so this is our one-shot quali in the dry conditions. And we were really on the edge here. This is a good practice actually to learn how to deal with less practice, which I am not used to. So it's actually not bad dealing with these situations. It's just not easy. But you know, to improve, you also have to face these kind of things that feel a bit weird and that you don't want to do, but sometimes maybe these things will help you in the future if you just limit yourself to maybe like time trial practice or just a few hours of practice, and you say, okay, I'm not gonna practice much more than this or that or this or that. Can help sometimes, can help some drivers, and yeah, so why not see it as a positive? This is a challenge, and let's see how well we will cope in this challenge. So even Q2 would have been an achievement in this circumstance with 2 hours of practice on time trial, and we are also on the time trial setup. Just a few tweaks, which you can also see in my stream. And this lap was not the greatest, it's only a 17.1. But this is still P13, and I was thinking we are out, we are definitely out, but everyone actually finished aside from Alvaro, so we were actually through in P13. Not bad. Not too bad, honestly. And now we took 3 fresh runs in Q2, and on the final run I even validated. So yeah, I definitely didn't nail Q2, so that meant P15 as a starting position. Unlucky. Continued the lap anyways, even though we lost a lot already in Sector 1 by turn 1. Lost like a 10th. It would have not been enough to get through into Q3. Then Barry's going for pole, and I saw Jano at a 17.0. He also had a rough session. I think he also barely practiced. He did like, I think 4 hours or something. Also not much more, like he had maybe double our hours. And you could see that a lot of drivers were actually not practicing that much. I think Barry was practicing quite a bit, Ron Ha, Tom Manley. So there were a few that were actually warmed up. But I don't think everyone took it as seriously as usual. So yeah, I was still quite happy considering We didn't really practice much, and I'm usually a guy that needs a lot of practice to feel comfortable. So, yep, Q2 was okay. Now we just need to maximize the race situation. It's a dry start, we're starting on the hard compound, and it's lights out. And away we go in any moment. And we actually get a really decent start, and now look at this. We are accelerating, and out of nowhere we are getting wheel spin in 4th gear. Nice! F1 22. We position ourselves on the inside, which was not the best move, because we got compromised there, but we took our position back here. We were 4 wide for a second. And also, I haven't practiced a single bit of racing laps, so this is my first race on this track against other drivers, esports drivers and league racers. So this is not an easy task for me. But we are gonna do super well. We got hit from behind from Alvaro, but just because we had to slow down. Josh was super slow ahead because Fabrizio was forcing himself in front of him on the inside. And Ruben Pedreño, I think, had damage, that's why he dropped to the back. So for the first lap there was already so much chaos, and there's a collision between, I think, both Ferrari drivers, and Will Lewis just, I don't know what happened. He just disappeared. And yeah, I had no clue what was going on. That was one of the most mental things I've witnessed in ages on this game. Just the car disappearing out of nowhere for no reason. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Still survived lap 1. Already up to P12. Decent start. And now we get our first warning, which actually, if you look at it, this is nonsense. Like, seriously. This track has the weirdest track limits, because you can see there's this white line and the yellow line. And the yellow line is the track limit, but usually the white line is close to the curb, so you're kind of like leaning on the curbs, but you can't properly because the track limits are different. And then I get another snap. And even lost time there, and I was like, no, I'm gonna fight this. If we don't get any more track limits, then I'm definitely gonna go to the stewards later and tell them, look, I lost time here. Already complaining, trying to find a way to get out of the situation. But for that, we are not allowed to get any more track limits. Otherwise, we have a problem. Yeah. And in lap 14, this is actually the lap that I wanted to pit. I didn't expect everyone going in that quickly, because the undercut is super powerful on this racetrack in particular. But our teammate Josh did pit. So I couldn't. And, well, now it's just about making this one work. This one lap, have to push flat out. And it's really easy to make a mistake on a lap like that. We need to cover the undercut. Yeah, and you can see I'm stupid. There was definitely a track limit, so I couldn't even like fight the track limit that I had before. So yeah, the undercut, like I said, is super powerful. The thing is, the outlap is still quite harsh. Like the first few corners, they are not easy. So you need to maximize that as well. And you can see we're coming out ahead of Beresney because he got held up, but also actually, right here, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was already there. So, yeah. I mean, if someone's to blame, probably me. But I don't think I did anything in particular wrong there. I don't know what I should have done, honestly. You can tell me in the comments below if you felt like there was a dirty move from me or not. I think Joost pitted super early, made a massive undercut. But we actually came out side by side with Josh. So we did a solid job of doing an overcut, but just because we don't have any grip, he's just getting past. If we would have been even further ahead, maybe we could have blocked him on the apex and he would have not went past. Then it would have been a different scenario. But yeah, is what it is. We kind of suffered from that and had to let the other two guys also go, which then again ended up in a big train. In lap 25, there has been, I don't know, I felt like Josh had some damage because he got passed by Alvaro and was under pressure from Joost as well. No idea why, but I don't think he had damage, because after this lap it was fine again. He was even attacking Alvaro again. And I was hoping we could maybe slip past if there's a move here. And we can see Josh is flashing, Alvaro is also flashing with his ERS. So both out of battery already, and we had plenty of battery. So I was seeing it, I was like, okay, the last few laps, they are gonna be interesting. Like, we are in a good position. Then putting on some pressure on Joost, leaving enough space, but he managed to hold his position well. If he would have made a slight error, we would have benefited big time and went past, but he did a good job there. And so now it's again the waiting game. We have still the pressure from behind from Beresney, so we need to be careful. And exactly in this lap as well, that was a big issue that we needed to use our ERS. So Beresney is not getting past. But now, important to not hit Joost, brake as late as possible. So Danny needs to outbrake himself and cannot really make the turn. And we just take over the racing line again. That was a really good move, really good racecraft. Also here, position ourselves well. Joost is hitting Alvaro and we are benefiting from it. Free position, these kind of moments, they are important. And we would have had so much more ERS now to attack Joost. And because of that, we couldn't make a move on him. We had, with the time trials that are way higher wings, and it was impossible to get past these guys. It was really, really difficult. So yeah, unfortunately, no matter my ERS, if I would have maybe had that little bit of ERS that Beresney cost me with his attack, I might have went past Joost, but it was still really hard. They were so fast on the straight. The time trials that I was just not fast enough. So in the end, with the penalties, it's P13. Without the penalties, like, actually, we would have been P9. So from P15 to potentially P9. In the end, even at least P13, I don't think that is a terrible result for no race laps at all. Quite happy with that. We had a bit of fun, good racing, a little bit of action, and we have another YouTube upload, which is also cool. I hope you've enjoyed the racing here. And yeah, I'm just discussing. We had 5 warnings, so we definitely couldn't have removed it, but at the time, maybe that would have been something.
Ansonsten wären wir ohne Penalties, wären wir sogar 9. geworden.
Yeah, I mean, track limits, right? Actually, watching the track limits back, some of them were really stupid. Like, they were not looking like track limits. Some of them were, yeah. Without the penalties, we would have finished P9, which is not too bad. Like, honestly, for not having driven a single race lap before this, it was actually pretty decent racing. Like, race pace and also racecraft from my end. So I was happy with that. The quali, of course, not, but at least Q2. Then Q2, with 3 fresh soft tires, we didn't manage to get Q3. That was so bad. But yeah, it's what it is. I guess it happened. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was a funny race. It was still good to watch. A bit boring in some parts during the race, but there were still quite a lot of good moments. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, and subscribe. Thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new, if you're already here, hit the bell and cheers for the support. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. Yo, Marcel. Peace.